So I think I need to really radically change my sleep schedule so to where I can get some work done during the day. Or maybe even get my own studio or something like that. I would love to move out of here. I would love to get my own studio. Unfortunately, I don't have a very steady income. I do make some pretty good income, like from, not I wouldn't say pretty good, but I might actually be making a fair enough amount of income that it might be somewhat livable from making videos. But the problem is, I don't get pay stubs. I don't get, I don't have like a provable regular income. You know, like it would be really hard to get a loan, or really hard to prove to like an apartment complex I can maintain a regular steady income because I'm essentially unemployed. I can't get a studio because I can't afford like the lease on a studio. That would be really hard. So like I'm kind of stuck in here. There's nowhere else to really start recording. So yeah, I would love to get a bigger place to where I can set the lights up, get some better quality recording equipment in there, and have a lot more time to record anytime I want, anywhere I want. But I can't. I'm kind of stuck here. And people ask me all the time, like, you know, you mentioned the Mystery Science Theater things. Are you ever planning to go back to that? No. I would love to go back to that. But I can't go back to that because essentially there's no money in it. I can't. You know, if somebody was willing to fund it, fine. I would love to do that. I would love to dust off the robots. I would love to finish building the robots. I would love to get in front of a camera and do the whole Mystery Science Theater thing. I'd do my own spin on it, of course. Like, you know, maybe Dr. Insano is subjecting me to like me being all the roles. You know, it's subjecting me to the movies. Me getting in front of a screen and reviewing, like, probably public domain movies all the time. That's not a problem. Would love to do that. But there's legal issues, stuff I'm not equipped to deal with. I've often asked several legal questions when it comes to like copyright issues using different footage for reviews, and none of you guys are lawyers, and so none of you guys are able to help me. I just can't do it. It's a lot of time, and if I were to do that, I would essentially have to stop doing what I'm doing now. Like I said, that would be another project in all the projects I'm doing right now. Oh, geez, let me think. Other questions people have asked me. Really, it's people ask me to do games. I think the most common question I get now is, I have this really great game. You should review it sometime. And once again, people are asking me to review very, very good games. Like, people are going, you should review Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Why? Why? Like, just awesome stuff. Like, they go, you should review Gears of War. And I go, that's a good game. Like, what do you want me to say? That it's good? I'll do that. Like, I'll get in front of a camera and go, this game is really good. Bye. I don't know. Like, and if you have bad games, I'm sure you have bad games. There's no shortage of bad games. I have a ton of them. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. Sorry. I would love to get to these games, and I am. I kind of have this very unscientific approach to just choosing what I'm going to review next. And really, when it comes to what I'm going to review next, the choice is either Final Fantasy VIII or something else. I have to get Final Fantasy VIII finished before I can really move on to anything else. I'd love to, but some people won't let me. And the other thing is, I know you have a lot of obscure games in mind, like FMV titles especially, or Philips CDI type stuff. I know the nerd already did a bunch of CDI stuff. I'd do other CDI stuff. I could do my own take on the Legend of Zelda type stuff. I wouldn't necessarily review the game. The cutscenes alone are pretty priceless. But I can't do those unless I have them, and chances are I don't have them. I have a lot of NES stuff. I have a lot of Sega Genesis stuff. But beyond that, I can't review it if I don't have it. So if you're going to send me a request to do a game, the bottom of that request better be, and I would be perfectly willing to send you that game on the off chance that you might review it. I get a lot of questions like, you should be on TV. Have you ever thought about that? Yes. Yes, I have. but they're not exactly beating down my door, if you know what I mean. I do have a lot of pitch ideas, but unfortunately, if you're not represented by an agency, or you have like a really good agent yourself, or if you don't know people in the industry, it's really hard to get into that kind of business. Because a lot of, like almost every studio that you can think of, almost every TV network, almost every cable network, they don't just let you send in stuff. They don't, like, they get that all the time. Like, everybody in Hollywood has a script they would love to have an executive read. That's why they don't accept blind submissions unless you're represented by an agency, because that way that's kind of a guarantee that you're at least worth listening to. I don't have that. I don't have an agent. I don't have the kind of stroke that you might think I would. I'm not this big celebrity, although I thank you for thinking that I have some kind of, that I have the talent and the potential to go that far. Would love to do it. But I've pitched to basically everyone who's listening to a pitch. And even networks you wouldn't think would listen to a pitch, or you wouldn't think I would necessarily be fit for, like the Discovery Channel. The Discovery Channel does have a mechanism for submitting show pitches, but even a lot of their networks aren't listening to ideas like the Discovery Channel or like the Health Network and stuff like that. They have a lot of child companies that, like Discovery Health and things like that. Most of them are not listening to show ideas. And that was actually one of my major show ideas that I had going on, was maybe do like a Dr. Insano science show for kids. I know it sounds kind of silly, but you could actually kind of see it working, right? Like, you know, Dr. Insano was trying to teach the kids how to rule the world, but first he has to teach them the basics of science. So it'd be kind of like Beekman's World or what's the other guy? Bill Nye the Science Guy, you know, something like that. And so, but Discovery Kids not listening to show ideas, so I was kind of shut down there. But there are some things I would love to do. For instance, I really think there are no good movie review shows out there right now. Like, when it comes to, like, Ebert's off the air. Even when it comes to Roper, he's off the air. So even At the Movies right now is gone. It's been replaced with this crap review show right now. Like, seriously, if you watch it, you will want to punch these two guys. They're just assholes. It's terrible. And nobody takes those opinions seriously. Leonard Maltin has his own show. It's like Hot or Not. That show sucks too, because Leonard Maltin is a complete clown. There's a bunch of other review shows out there, but they're total jokes. I don't know a single person who watches those shows and go, I value and respect those guys' opinions. And I think if I was really given a chance, I could put a decent movie review show up there where it'd be like me and some other people, like the people whose opinions I trust, giving a decent normal person's opinion of movies on whether or not they're worth watching. And I'm not saying I'm representative of every normal person's viewpoint, but what I'm saying is I would put a review show up there that kind of has a lot of demographics represented. Like me is kind of the awesome slacker dude viewpoint. So if I like a movie, the slacker dudes out there will probably like a movie. You know, if you're like a super geek like me. So I would have a lot of different little viewership classes represented. And I think I could actually put, you know, just a review show you could trust that's not helmed by complete assholes. And like Leonard Maltin and stuff like that. You don't know who these people are. You don't know what they like. You don't know what they're like personally. You don't trust their opinion. So, you know, most of the time you're going to Rotten Tomatoes to kind of get an amortized view of what all these critics think, to hopefully get some kind of good viewpoint of, like, the general consensus. Which is not a good way to go about it. You need to find someone you can relate to, someone whose opinion you, at least, if you don't respect it, at least you know me. You know the kind of stuff that I generally like. And so if you see me reviewing stuff, you know you'd kind of like it. So I would love to, like, pitch just a movie review show for TV, and I think it would be really popular. Or like a game review show. I think that would be really hot. Like, just because, like, name the game review shows out there right now. X-Play. That's it. There's podcasts out there. There's a lot of podcasts out there. Like, you know. But I'm talking like a show that reviews new games. lots of new games, because there's new games coming out all the time, and you don't know unless you check like GameSpot. And if you trust GameSpot, you shouldn't. But really, you know who you come to when there's new games out there and you wonder if they suck or not. You come to people like me, because you trust me, or at least you can see people playing the games, you can hear their complaints, and you get somewhat well-reasoned opinions, even if you disagree with them. I'm bringing you the good stuff and the bad stuff for each game. You trust that. You trust people like the Sage, and you trust the Nerd, and you want to know what they think of these games. So I would love to pitch that show idea to a TV. Like, you have gamers reviewing games.